Breaking news just dropped, and the internet is in a frenzy. Rumors are swirling that Mendeecees Harris pressured Erica Mena into terminating her pregnancy, and now a leaked audio recording has surfaced that's got everyone talking. Fans are stunned. Emotions are running high as whispers of betrayal, heartbreak, and manipulation dominate social media. The family is reportedly torn apart, with friends and insiders weighing in on what's quickly becoming one of the most explosive dramas in reality TV. Was this a desperate move to protect someone's reputation? Or is there more to the story than meets the eye? Today, we're diving deep into the allegations, unpacking every twist and turn, and exposing the raw emotions behind this shocking claim. Buckle up, because this story is far from over. What you're about to hear might leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about Erica and Mendeecees. The whispers started small, shared quietly between insiders and devoted reality TV fans, who always seem to know more than they should. But what began as speculation has now exploded into a wildfire of controversy that's impossible to ignore. Social media is ablaze. Every fan forum is asking the same burning question. Did Mendeecees really pressure Erica Mena into ending her pregnancy? And now, with the alleged audio leak making its rounds online, fans are scrambling to make sense of the emotional chaos unraveling behind the scenes. It all began a few months ago when Erica Mena suddenly pulled away from the spotlight. She started posting cryptic messages on her Instagram stories, vague quotes about betrayal, heartbreak, silence, and strength through devastation. At first, fans chalked it up to the usual celebrity drama. Maybe a breakup, maybe a feud. But then, a chilling rumor surfaced from someone claiming to be close to the situation. Erica had been pregnant. And now, she's not. As soon as the story gained traction, the internet erupted. Thousands began speculating who the father could be, and all fingers pointed at one name, Mendeecees Harris. Their connection had been gossip-worthy before, but this was different. This wasn't just a messy fling or a love triangle. This was about a child, and a decision that may not have been hers to make. The situation escalated when an anonymous audio clip was leaked and reposted across dozens of platforms. It allegedly captured a raw, painful conversation between Erica and Mendeecees. In the clip, a male voice, believed to be Mendeecees, is heard saying, "This ain't the right time. You know what this will do to everything we've built? To everything I got going on?" A female voice, reportedly Erica, responds in tears. "But it's not just about you anymore. This is my body, my baby. You can't make me erase this." While the authenticity of the recording hasn't been confirmed, fans were quick to draw their own conclusions. The emotional weight of the exchange felt too real, and it eerily aligned with the timeline of Erica's sudden withdrawal from public life. Suddenly, this wasn't just another love and hip-hop scandal. It became a heartbreaking narrative of alleged emotional pressure, control, and loss. Sources close to Erica say she was completely blindsided. The pregnancy wasn't planned, but she believed they could figure it out together. Friends say she thought Mendeecees would eventually come around, that he'd support her, or at the very least, respect her decision. But according to insiders, things shifted quickly. Mendeecees allegedly grew cold, distant, and increasingly argumentative. He stopped returning her calls, avoided public appearances, and urged her to keep everything under wraps. One insider revealed that Erica spent weeks feeling torn. She didn't want to lose him, but she also didn't want to betray herself. She was already emotionally connected to the life growing inside, her imagining a future that now seemed ripped away. The emotional toll was visible. Those who saw her during that time said she looked like a completely different person, withdrawn, emotionally exhausted, and barely holding it together. Whether real or staged, the audio leak set the internet ablaze. Fans have taken over Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, flooding both Erica's and Mendeecees' pages with questions, outrage, and support. Some are calling Erica brave and resilient. Others are demanding accountability from Mendeecees, asking how someone who champions family values could be wrapped up in such a devastating scandal. Meanwhile, Mendeecees has remained eerily silent. No statement, no denial, no acknowledgement. His recent posts, fitness routines, motivational quotes, and business ventures have become battlegrounds in the comments. Each one is flooded with questions. Is the audio real? Did you really do this to Erica? Why won't you speak up? And then there's Yandy Smith-Harris. The moment her name entered the conversation, the situation exploded even more. Sources say Yandy found out about the leaked audio the same way everyone else did, online. And according to those close to the couple, the fallout was immediate. Though Yandy hasn't addressed it publicly, insiders say she confronted Mendeecees in private, demanding answers. Was he involved with Erica while still with her? Was there a baby? Did he pressure Erica into a painful decision? Whatever the answers were, they weren't enough. Reportedly, Yandy felt betrayed and humiliated, especially with the whole world watching. She's allegedly no longer staying at their shared home and has stepped away from his current projects. Fans are now asking, is this the beginning of the end for one of reality TV's most iconic couples? As for Erica, she's slowly reappearing on social media. She hasn't spoken much, just a few emotional quotes and snapshots with close friends and family. But it's clear she's on a path to healing. One post in particular struck a chord with fans. A photo of a candle burning beside a folded baby blanket. The caption simply read, "Some goodbyes are never spoken." Within minutes, thousands of fans flooded her post with messages of love, heartbreak, and support. This story is still unfolding, and the truth may take time to come out. But one thing is clear. Behind the glamour of reality TV are real people, real pain, and real consequences. Stay tuned. We'll be watching every development as this emotional saga continues to shake the love and hip-hop universe to its core. Interpreting the photo as a silent tribute to the pregnancy she may have lost, fans couldn't help but feel the weight of Erica's pain. The emotional toll this story has taken on everyone involved is palpable. And while the truth behind the audio remains unconfirmed, one thing is undeniable. The impact is real. Fans feel blindsided. Some are fiercely protective of Erica, while others are disillusioned by Mendeecees, and nearly everyone is desperate for answers that no one seems willing to give. The situation continues to spiral as more alleged insiders speak out, adding fuel to the fire. Some claim there's more audio, more proof, and even text messages showing Mendeecees allegedly pressuring Erica into ending the pregnancy. Others argue it's all a smear campaign designed to destroy his reputation. But through all the noise, one thing cuts through: Erica's pain. Whether the allegations are true or not, it's clear she's been through something deeply traumatic. As this chapter slowly closes, it leaves behind a storm of questions. What happens next? Will there be more leaks? Will Mendeecees finally break his silence? Can Erica find healing after such devastation? And will Yandy stand by her man or walk away from the chaos once and for all? The drama has only just begun. And if the past is any indication, the next twist is just around the corner. Fans are watching, waiting, and bracing for what could become one of the most emotional and controversial sagas the reality TV world has ever seen. As the days passed and the audio continued to circulate, the backlash only intensified. The longer Mendeecees remained silent, the more convinced fans became that the whispers were real. Speculation turned into certainty. A wave of reactions poured in, not just from fans, but from bloggers, influencers, and even former cast members of Love and Hip Hop, each offering their own take on what might have gone down between Mendeecees and Erica. With each new voice, the narrative twisted just a little more. One particularly explosive moment came during a live stream hosted by a well-known gossip blogger. She claimed to have spoken to one of Erica's close friends, who revealed details of a late-night phone call between Erica and Mendeecees. In the call, Erica allegedly begged him to support her decision to keep the baby. She told him she didn't care what the world thought, the blogger recounted. She was ready to be a mother again, with or without him, but he shut her down. He told her she was being selfish, that she was putting his whole life at risk. He warned her, if she went through with it, he'd never speak to her again. The live comments exploded with shock and heartbreak. Some fans held on to hope that there was more to the story, but others were furious, calling Mendeecees manipulative and accusing him of valuing his image over Erica's emotional and physical well-being. One user wrote, How can a man who claims to be all about family turn around and push a woman into something so painful? I'm sick. Meanwhile, Erica's silence was powerful and heartbreaking. She didn't address the audio, the rumors, or the rising storm directly. Instead, she shared quiet images of herself walking through nature, on beaches, in the woods, always alone, always contemplative. Fans read into every post, desperate to understand her unspoken truth. One image in particular went viral. Erica, kneeling in a field of wildflowers, eyes closed, arms folded. The caption read, "What grows after the storm is what matters most." It was enough to bring some followers to tears. But just as things began to settle, another bombshell dropped. A new recording surfaced. This time, it wasn't a conversation. It was a voicemail. Allegedly left by Mendeecees, the message was short, but deeply unsettling. "You think you can trap me? Really? You think I'm about to let all this fall apart because you made a mistake? I told you what to do. Don't make me say it again." The leak spread like wildfire. Again, while its authenticity remains unverified, the damage was immediate. Fans began seeing Mendeecees in a new light, not as the reformed, grounded family man he presented on screen, but as something darker, colder, controlling. Anonymous friends of Erica started speaking out, some to bloggers, others subtly. On social media, one posted a black square with the words, "Some wounds don't bleed, but they still break you." Another shared a photo holding hands with Erica, captioned, "She's stronger than you'll ever know, and no, we won't be quiet." It became clear, Erica wasn't alone. Behind her public silence stood a circle of women, ready to protect her and maybe even fight back. Meanwhile, Mendeecees' world was beginning to crack. Rumors swirled that the leaks were causing tension within his inner circle. One insider claimed Mendeecees believed someone close to him was trying to sabotage him, and that he'd already cut ties with several longtime associates. He allegedly canceled appearances, backed out of interviews, and began withdrawing from projects. The tension even extended to his home life. Though Yandy Smith-Harris hasn't spoken publicly, sources say she's been struggling behind the scenes. "She didn't sign up for this," one insider said. "Yandy is about empowering women, building a brand, and keeping things classy. This mess? It's everything she's worked hard to avoid. She's hurt, she's confused, and she doesn't know who to believe." Fans noticed the shift immediately. Yandy and Mendeecees, once so active online with family content and couple posts, were suddenly digital strangers. She stopped liking his posts. He disappeared from hers. For many, it was all the confirmation they needed. Something had gone very wrong. Then came a cryptic Instagram live from a former Love and Hip Hop cast member. People love to talk about loyalty, until it's inconvenient. Y'all don't even know the half of what goes down behind those filtered pictures. No names were mentioned. But the comment section knew exactly who the shade was aimed at. And just when fans thought the emotional roller coaster had peaked, paparazzi photos surfaced of Erica at a wellness retreat in California. She was dressed in flowing white, walking barefoot through a garden surrounded by other women. She looked peaceful, but fragile. For some fans, it was a sign she was finding her footing again. For others, it was a painful reminder of all she'd been through. Then came the final blow. A Reddit post from an anonymous account claiming to be a former assistant to Mendeecees. The post detailed a secret relationship between Erica and Mendeecees, one that allegedly continued while he was still publicly committed to Yandy. When Erica revealed the pregnancy, the post claimed Mendeecees panicked. He started ghosting her, told her this couldn't come out, said it would ruin everything, his brand, his marriage, his business. That baby wasn't an option. The post ended with a chilling line. "The truth always comes out, one way or another. This saga is far from over. The truth may be tangled in rumor, pain, and silence, but something real is breaking through. And as more voices come forward, fans are left watching, waiting, and hoping that someone, anyone, will finally speak the truth. Because this isn't just a love and hip-hop storyline. This is real heartbreak, real betrayal, and real consequences, and the world is watching. Interpreting the photo as a silent tribute to the pregnancy she may have lost, The emotional toll this story has taken on everyone involved is palpable. And while the truth behind the audio remains unclear, the impact is undeniable. Fans feel betrayed. Some feel protective of Erica, others disillusioned by Mendeecees. And almost everyone is desperate for answers. Answers that so far no one seems willing to give. The situation continues to spiral as more so-called insiders speak out, adding fuel to the fire. Some claim there's more audio, more proof, even text messages showing Mendeecees actively pushed for a termination. Others argue it's all a coordinated attack meant to ruin his reputation. But amid all the noise, one thing stands out: Erica's pain. Whether the allegations are true or not, it's clear she's been through something deeply traumatic. As this chapter closes, it leaves behind a storm of questions. What happens next? Will more leaks surface? Will Mendeecees finally address the situation? Can Erica find healing in the wake of so much heartbreak? And will Yandy continue to stand by her man? Or walk away from the chaos once and for all? The drama has only just begun, and if the past is any indication, the next twist is just around the corner. As the days passed and the audio continued to circulate, the storm only grew stronger. The longer Mendeecees stayed silent, the more convinced fans became that there was truth behind the whispers. Speculation evolved into certainty for many. And new voices started chiming in. Bloggers, influencers, even former cast members of Love and Hip Hop, each offering their own version of what may have gone down between Mendeecees and Erica. One particularly explosive moment came when a well-known gossip blogger went live, claiming to have spoken directly to one of Erica's friends. The blogger recounted a late-night phone call between Erica and Mendeecees, in which she allegedly begged him to support her decision to keep the baby. She was ready to be a mother again, with or without him, the blogger said. But he shut her down, called her selfish, said she was putting his life in danger, and told her if she went through with it, he'd never speak to her again. The comments under the live were filled with shocked emojis, tears, and outrage. How can a man who claims to be about family turn around and push a woman into something so painful? "I'm sick," one comment read. Meanwhile, Erica's silence was both powerful and heartbreaking. She didn't respond to the rumors or audio directly. Instead, she posted images of herself in nature, walking alone on beaches and through wooded paths. One photo in particular showed her kneeling in a field of wildflowers, eyes closed, with a caption that read, "What grows after the storm is what matters most." Fans were moved to tears. But then, everything exploded again. A new voicemail leaked. This time it wasn't a conversation. It was a short but intense voice message, allegedly from Mendeecees. "You think you can trap me? Really? You think I'm about to let all this fall apart because you made a mistake? I told you what to do, don't make me say it again." Whether real or not, the leak spread like wildfire. Mendeecees was no longer seen as the reformed family man from TV, but now viewed as someone manipulative, cold, and controlling. Friends of Erica began speaking to bloggers anonymously. One posted a black square with the words, "Some wounds don't bleed, but they still break you." Another posted a photo holding hands with Erica, captioned, "She's stronger than you'll ever know. And no, we won't be quiet." Behind the scenes, Mendeecees was reportedly furious. Sources claimed he began distancing himself from close friends, canceling interviews, even retreating from public appearances. The tension allegedly extended into his home life. While Yandy stayed publicly silent, insiders said she was struggling. She didn't sign up for this, a source said. Yandy is about women empowerment, her brand, and staying classy. This mess? It's the opposite of everything she stands for. Fans noticed that Yandy and Mendeecees hadn't posted together in weeks. She stopped liking his posts. He disappeared from hers. For many, it was all the confirmation they needed. Then came a bombshell. A Reddit post by an anonymous user claiming to be Mendeecees' former assistant. The post alleged that Mendeecees had been secretly involved with Erica while still publicly with Yandy, and that he panicked when he learned of the pregnancy, immediately plotting ways to convince Erica to end it for fear it would ruin his public image and business deals. Though unverified, the details were chilling. Fans were now divided. Some demanded accountability, begging Erica to expose everything. Others just wanted her to heal and didn't want to see her dragged through more pain. Meanwhile, media outlets began covering the story using cautious language. Alleged, reportedly, according to sources. Even the Shade Room and TMZ picked it up. Every repost, every reaction, every emotional caption from Erica only intensified the storm. Then, unexpectedly, Erica went live. No filters, no glam, just her, barefaced, raw, emotional. "I didn't plan to do this," she said softly. "But I'm tired of watching everyone else tell my story." She didn't name names, but everyone knew who she meant. "I was made to feel like my life. My feelings didn't matter. Like I was disposable. Like I was a threat to someone's image." It lasted just 15 minutes, but it was enough. Clips were reposted everywhere. The pain in her voice, the weight in her silence. It hit hard. Fans flooded her comments with love. Women shared their own stories. And then, another voicemail leaked. This one longer. More damning. "You knew what this was. You knew what we had to protect. This ain't about love. This is about survival. If you care about me at all, you'll do what needs to be done." And the backlash was immediate. Mendeecees went from admired to despised. Fans accused him of emotional coercion, of manipulation, of sacrificing Erica's peace to protect his image. Insiders claimed his team was scrambling, that he'd been advised to release a statement, maybe even apologize. But he refused. "No matter what he says, it's going to look bad," a source said. And he knows it. Legal rumors began to surface. Talk of defamation, emotional distress, even possible coercion charges depending on what else surfaced. As for Yandy, reports claimed she and Mendeecees were living apart, not legally separated, but not okay either. "She's focused on the kids. And on healing," one source said. "This broke her." The internet is now a digital courtroom and everyone's watching. Erica's pain has become public property. And Mendeecees' silence? It's being read as guilt. What happens next? Will Erica pursue legal action? Will Yandy walk away for good? And will Mendeecees finally say something, anything to stop the fall? The world is watching. And the truth? It always finds the light. As the days turned into a tense and emotional blur, fans began to notice something even more unsettling. Mendeecees' silence had become deafening. He hadn't posted, he hadn't gone live, he hadn't made any attempt to address the growing controversy that had taken over headlines and timelines. And that silence? It was starting to say more than words ever could. Even those who once defended him began to ask, why would someone accuse so heavily? And now, with 2 leaked recordings, choose to stay hidden instead of standing up for themselves? The pressure to respond was reaching a critical mass. In an unexpected twist, a former friend of Erica came forward. She posted a video, visibly emotional. "I didn't want to get involved," she began. "But I was there. I saw what she went through. And it's eating me alive seeing people doubt her." She claimed to have witnessed the emotional breakdowns, the late-night phone calls, the crying in bathrooms, the complete isolation. She didn't deserve that. "No woman does," she added tearfully. Although she didn't go into graphic detail, her words were enough to reignite the firestorm. Within hours, media outlets picked up the story. Headlines screamed, "Friend confirms emotional trauma. New." Testimony backs Erica. Mendeecees facing more heat. Fans flooded social media with renewed fury. But this time, they weren't just calling out Mendeecees. They turned on everyone, asking why no one from Love and Hip Hop had spoken up. Why was the inner circle so quiet? Why was this allowed to fester? Then, boom, the biggest bombshell yet. Dropped. A third audio clip surfaced. But this one wasn't from Erica. It wasn't from an anonymous source either. It was allegedly leaked by someone inside the Love and Hip Hop production crew. The audio was muffled, clearly recorded in secret, during what sounded like a private cast meeting. But the voices were unmistakable, Mendeecees and a showrunner. "Mendeecees, you know what happens if this gets out. It's bad for all of us. We gotta spin this the right way. I can't have this ruin me." Showrunner, "We'll figure it out. Just stay off socials." Let it die down. Only 30 seconds long. But the damage? Massive. Immediately, accusations of a cover-up exploded. Fans were livid that network producers might have tried to shield Mendeecees instead of confronting the truth. Hashtags like "You Protect Erica" and "Shut Down LHH" began trending. Petitions popped up demanding VH1 take action, or at the very least, release an official statement. Under pressure, producers issued a vague, PR-washed message. "We are aware of the circulating content and are conducting an internal review." But it wasn't enough. People weren't just watching Love and Hip Hop anymore. They were watching a symbol of how women's pain is often swept under the rug in the name of image and entertainment. And Yandy? Still mostly silent. That is, until she was spotted leaving a courthouse, visibly tense. Paparazzi swarmed. "Are you filing for divorce? Did you know about the recordings? How do you feel about Erica's story?" She said nothing, just climbed into her car and drove away. But the photos? Went viral in seconds. Fans dissected. Her face, the furrowed brow, the distant eyes, the lips pressed tight. She looked broken. Or maybe furious. That night, she posted a cryptic message. "Sometimes silence is the loudest scream." And suddenly, it felt like everything had changed. Insiders whispered that Yandy had hit her breaking point, that the courthouse visit was related to custody arrangements or possibly legal protection, but nothing was confirmed. Meanwhile, Erica remained off the grid. But her supporters? Louder than ever. More people from her past came forward. An old college roommate, a distant family member, even a therapist who couldn't share details, but confirmed that Erica had experienced deep emotional trauma that took years to even begin healing from. The narrative had shifted, firmly in Erica's favor. Fans began compiling timelines, old social media posts, Love and Hip Hop episodes, even podcast interviews. Every comment, every smirk, every awkward silence, now under the microscope. Mendeecees had gone from a redemption story to a reality TV villain, almost overnight. And then, the most emotional twist yet. Erica's mother broke her silence. In a tearful Facebook video, she spoke softly, holding back years of pain. "I watched my daughter suffer, and now the world finally sees it. No one can give her those years back. But I pray she finds peace." The internet broke. The comment section flooded with prayers, apologies, and support. Even celebrities outside the Love and Hip Hop universe began to speak up. One actress tweeted, "It takes so much courage to speak up after being silenced. Erica, we see you. We believe you." Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Mendeecees posted a statement. Black screen, white text. "I've made mistakes. I'm not perfect. I never intended to hurt anyone. I will take time to reflect, grow, and handle this matter privately." But the response? Fury. Fans lit up the comments. This isn't an apology. Still no accountability. Handle what privately? You already hurt her publicly. The comment section became a war zone. But the tide had turned. The majority had chosen a side. They were standing with Erica. Love and Hip Hop was now reportedly reconsidering future cast decisions. Advertisers were said to be pulling back. Reunion specials? Hanging by a thread. What started as a rumor had become a reckoning. People weren't just reacting to a scandal. They were reacting to a culture, one that too often silences women in favor of a clean storyline or marketable image. So now we ask you, do you believe the leaked audio proves what Erica endured? Should Mendeecees finally speak directly, without cryptic posts and vague apologies? And what about Yandy? Is her silence protecting the family, or is she trapped in a storm she never saw coming? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your voice matters. This isn't just celebrity gossip. This is about real people, real pain.